Greetings. Let's double check here for audio. Good evening, Sunday evening. Give it a second to see if people join. Audio check too. Okay. Greetings. Good. We're live. Good. What's up, man? Happy Sunday. Welcome. Welcome to the live. By the way, there was a couple people asking about the end of times 3. That video, I had to take it down. A bunch of copyright claims, not strikes, claims. And it would just take forever. So the end of times are really just for that moment in time. We have a little fun, maybe every Friday. We'll see how often. So yeah, there's only one that survived so far. That's the end of times 2. But I wanted to share and talk about this story. This story about a Lakeland girl that's missing, 17 years old. Florida missing, you don't say, right? Now, this was posted by WFLA an hour ago, right? December 19, hour ago. I had actually been working on this story today. I spent a couple hours, mostly more editing. More really editing is what I was doing, but I already have the story put together because I was working on it. I was actually going to leave it for tomorrow. But since they just posted this, what we're going to do is once we watch this press conference, well, not press conference, whatever this is, I think it's family or friends speaking up. Then I'm going to premiere my video. We'll just watch it here and whoever goes over there, either or. But I thought it was pretty interesting because I dug a little bit and I found some things that were interesting. Let me pull up my notes. So this girl's been missing since December 8th, 2021. Let me pull up a picture. It's all right there. Thank you, kids. Appreciate the members chat. Thanks for all your hard work. Thank you. Florida. That's right. Houston, Texas. Momo, what's up? Welcome. Yeah, if you guys don't mind hitting like, sharing, I'd appreciate that. All that good stuff helps, especially with YouTube demonetizing everything. So she went missing. She was actually seen on camera. Let's do this first. Let's do this press conference thing or whatever this is, and then I'll play my video. I'll premiere it. I'm going to do something weird I haven't done before. See what happens. Whatever happens, happens. But let's listen to this first.
How are you? My name is Pastor Carl Soto. I'm the Vice President of Black Lives Matter Restoration Polk, Inc. and the co-founder. And we're here today to discuss the mysterious disappearance of Mrs. Mercedes McLeod. On December 8th at 5:40 a.m., Mercedes left her home, as she does regularly every morning on a school day, to go to school. She had a backpack and a hoodie and left for school. And she has not been seen or heard from since. She never made it to school. The circumstances surrounding her disappearance is extremely concerning, alarming, and her family is devastated and has been looking for her for 11 days. We are now on day 11. Mercedes is a daughter, she is a friend, she is a cousin, and she is loved by many. Her mother and her grandmother are behind me, and they are extremely concerned for her well-being, and we are asking the public, if you know anything regarding the disappearance of this beautiful young soul, Mercedes McLeod, we are urging you to come to the Polk County Sheriff's Office or the Lakeland Police Department, or reach out to our Black Lives Matter Restoration Polk inbox. We are aware that multiple different reports have been circulating social media regarding the circumstances surrounding her disappearance, and there's been so many different conflicting reports. All that's doing is devastating the family even more. So I want to inform the public that going to social media to report factual information is not the wise thing to do.
How weird is that? I just had to like pause right there. It's not loud enough for you? It sounds loud to me. Maybe I have my volume up. Sounds like he's talking loud enough to me.
The family even.
I could put it up a little bit for you guys. Let me do that. Hold on a second. So I listened to like 2-3 minutes of this and I'm like, whoa, I gotta come on live because I did a video. I'm gonna post it after this. But it was just weird to me. He's like, going to social media and posting factual information is not what's the right thing to do. I'm like, what? Huh? What? Like, huh?
More. So I want to inform the public that going to social media to report factual information is not the wise thing to do. All that's going to do is raise more questions and concerns. If you know something.
And when you see my video, you're going to understand maybe what they're referring to. Maybe they don't want certain bits of information out.
And you are telling the truth. We are urging you to reach out to our Black Lives Matter Restoration Polk inbox, or you can contact the Lakeland Police Department or the Polk County Sheriff's Office. If you are uncomfortable with speaking with the authorities alone, members from our organization will be more.
I guess it goes, should I say it? Seems like it goes hand in hand with BLM, right? I guess factual and truthful information. Yeah, no, we're not having that. No.
More than willing to stand with you as you provide the information. But again, I just want to repeat, posting specific information regarding the disappearance of this young lady is not the best thing to do for social media. It's confusing investigators. It's hurting the case. And right now, we just want to bring this beautiful young soul home. So again, this whole situation is deeply concerning. We are concerned for her safety, and we are praying and believing that this beautiful young soul is going to return home, but we want to know the truth. So I'm going to get ready to bring forth a Mercedes' mother, Mrs. Laree Blocker. She is concerned, and she wants to address the public regarding her daughter, and I'm going to bring her forth right now.
My name is Laree Blocker. I am Mercedes' mom. My daughter went missing on Wednesday, December the 8th at 5:40 a.m. Was last seen at McDonald's at 6 o'clock in the morning with the two girls. After that was a video posted, and that was the last time I seen my baby. Mercedes is a lovable person, a fun person, will make you laugh. I mean, a great person. She do great in school. She runs track. She do everything. She's my little helper. I just asked the two girls to come forward and just tell me, what did y'all do to her? I just need my baby back.
And we're going to talk about the two girls. If you guys are confused, just give it a second, because after I play this, I'm going to play my video, because I was sitting here earlier today working on this story, and I was thinking to myself, it's not even in the news. The news story is not in the news. And she has run away before. We'll talk about that as well. But supposedly she was with these two girls. These supposed two girls, they're not talking to police or the family. They're not saying where this girl went. The other interesting thing too, okay, so this girl's been missing since December 8th, but we're just hearing about it. The mother posted for the first time that I see publicly on Facebook December 16th. It was like a week after. I don't know if they waited so long to post because she had run away before multiple times, and so maybe they thought she would come back, but now she didn't. There is a couple of red flags with the story, and just because she ran away before, I'm not saying she doesn't need to be found or it's not serious, but I think it is kind of important as far as like context and I don't know why she maybe ran away or whatever. But this is what she's talking about. And I can show you. Let me show you right now real quick. Supposedly, allegedly, this was on the mother's Facebook. Okay, this is the supposed two girls that are withholding information, just so you can kind of keep it in mind. Okay, and also keep in mind mom and grandma here, because we're going to talk about that a little bit later.
I just want my baby.
So if anyone seen anything, heard anything, please contact Lakeland or the sheriff's office. It's too many days on went by now. It's too many days.
If you know something, say something. It could have been your child. It could have been anybody. Speak up and just say something. I just need my baby back. She don't deserve it.
As you can see, it's extremely difficult for the family, and the community is coming together to help her. Standing next to me is Pastor Eddie Lake. He is the president of the Polk County Ministerial Alliance. Our organization, his organization, and we're reaching out to other supporting organizations that is going to come together and stand with the family and assist them in obtaining the truth so we can bring this baby girl home. Again, don't let this, if you know something, don't let this sit on your conscience. It's only going to eat away at you until the truth is revealed. Allow the family to get the closure that they need. Come forward with the truth so we can bring this baby girl home, so this family can have their loved one back. We are praying for the best outcome, but again, no matter what the truth is, now is the time to come forward. I'm going to allow Pastor Eddie Lake to speak. Again, he is the president of the Polk County Ministerial Alliance.
I'm here for two reasons. I'm here because I'm concerned about our youth, and I'm concerned about Mercedes. And I'm here because I'm a father of two girls. And so again, if you have any information, any leaks, any leads, please report that to Lakeland Police Department, Polk County Sheriff. As the pastor of New Bethel AME Church here in Lakeland, and as the president of the Interdenominational Minister Alliance and Lakeland Incorporated, we want you to know, and the family to know, the Blocker family and the loved ones and friends of Mercedes, that you have our undying support in this efforts as we pray together, we stay together, we work, we search, we believe, we open up lines of communication. You can feel free to share information with us. Call our church office, get on our Facebook page, and we're going to be sharing this information with everyone that we know. So whether you're here right here in the city of Lakeland, in Polk County, in Hillsborough County, in the surrounding counties, we want Mercedes home. And we're going to work together with law enforcement and press this issue, full court press. We want Mercedes home. If you know anything, please share it today. We're surrounded with friends and family and loved ones who are concerned about Mercedes. Please, let's bring Mercedes home.
Question about the two girls she was with on the way to school. Are these long-term friends? What do we know about them?
The Toya, she went to school with her, but Toya graduated, but they've been friends for a little minute. And Uriah has been like a friend, like up and down.
Were there any concerns with these friends at all, or?
I really didn't have any concerns with Toya. I didn't see it, but the Uriah, I never wanted Mercedes to hang around her. She was like always a bad influence to her. But Mercedes is like a person, like I could change this person, Mom. Because she's disrespectful to her mom, I could change her to be like me. I could change her.
How difficult has it been, because you said the friends haven't said anything to police about whereabouts or anything like that? How difficult has that been?
It's been very difficult because both young ladies, I helped them down the line. I literally took them in as like one.
Yeah, that part threw me for a twist, Rick. I'm still like, huh? I think when you see the video that I made, I think they're referring to people talking, maybe, I haven't seen the negative talk, but I think maybe they're referring to people talking about when this girl previously ran away, and apparently she's run away multiple times.
One of mine, and I would never think they would have did that to me.
And has Lakeland Police said anything to you all yet? What have they told you so far about this investigation?
Well, what we're doing now is we are going to be reaching out to Sheriff Grady Judd. We do have a communication relationship with him, Pastor Lake and I. We also have a communication relationship with Chief Garcia, the Lakeland Police Chief. And being that we are now on day 12 since her disappearance, I do believe that this is going to take a joint effort of both the Polk County Sheriff's Office and the Lakeland Police Department to thoroughly investigate all potential leads that can shed light as to what happened to Mercedes. We are urging both law enforcement agencies to properly get involved and investigate, and we're going to be reaching out to them today about that. As to date, we have not received any specific information from law enforcement regarding their investigation. We are aware that they are investigating. Because we don't know what exactly they're doing, and because Mrs. Blocker still doesn't know exactly what's going on. Basically, it's like we're still at square one, and it's going to be that way until we bring Mercedes home, which is why we need the public's help. Your help, Polk County Central Florida residents, your assistance, your truthful assistance in this matter can bring closure and provide clarity as to what happened and where Mercedes is. So again, we are urging you. And again, if you feel uncomfortable with speaking with law enforcement alone, Pastor Eddie Lake is the director of the Polk County Ministerial Alliance. I am the vice president and co-founder of Black Lives Matter Restoration Polk Inc. We each have respectable Facebook pages. My number is out to the public. We are urging you to reach out to our like page, contact us directly. Pastor Lake is the pastor of New Bethel AME Church of Lakeland, Florida. You can reach out to us. We will gladly stand in the gap and assist you with turning over whatever information you have to law enforcement. But again, not social media. That is not the place to post that. So again, we are urging the public to get involved. We appreciate the community's help of those who have been offering their support in all form of ways. We appreciate the Lakeland residents who has reached out with numerous messages offering support. And again, we are just asking that this be a joint effort into finding this little girl. We are willing to do whatever it is necessary. If we have to organize search parties, we'll do that. We're going to meet with local law enforcement officials, and we're going to provide assistance for.
It sounds like it, right? I don't know what's going.
The family as they continue to await the truthful outcome of where Mercedes is.
Anything else you all want to add?
It's almost over, and then I'm gonna play my video. But what I really wanted to know is, they should have asked about the previous times that she's run away. It just as far as like, is this the longest she's ever been gone? What's the longest she's ever been gone? Things like that.
Well, do you want to talk about how concerning it is to know that there's a video out there? Are you all willing to talk about that right now, or?
Well,
a video out? Ooh, what video are they talking about?
The video is pretty broad right now. I personally haven't seen it, but I did find out there is somewhat truthful information to this alleged Snapchat video that shows that was taken sometime in the early morning hours of March 8th, where it does show allegedly.
March 8th? What?
Sometime in the early morning hours of March 8th, where it does show allegedly two other young ladies in the vehicle with Mercedes.
I think he meant to say December 8th. December 8th is the last time she was seen. I don't know why he said March 8th.
Where it does show allegedly two other young ladies in the vehicle with Mercedes. To my understanding, Mercedes was sitting on the front passenger side seat. There was a driver and there was someone in the back seat. It does appear that the individual in the back seat may have been under the influence of something we cannot confirm. We just know that being that these two young ladies were the last two people to see Mercedes alive. And to see Mercedes and know her whereabouts. All we can do now, again, we're still at square one, and it just, everything is extremely suspicious. The circumstances, the lack of information provided by those who do know, the incorrect information that's been posted to social media. And as of right now, it's like a circus trying to sort through what is factual and what isn't. But what we do know is this young lady is missing. And this is unlike her. This is not like her to turn off her phone, not report to work, not communicate with her mother or her grandmother or her family and friends. This is unlike her. And we need her home. This is a member of our youth in this community, and we care.
And Mom, you're obviously, you talk about knowing the young ladies that are connected to this. I mean, how is it keeping you up inside? I mean, it's got to get you inside to know that you've been so close to them and know their involvement not coming forward. What's your message directed to them tonight?
I'm angry, but I'm angry at both. I just want to know why. Why her? Why Mercedes? Why would you do that to her? If that's your best friend,
Why would you do
I would never knew a friend would do anything like that. A friend would not do that.
Yes.
That's not a friend.
Yes. And we are urging those two young ladies, if you really do know something that the authorities don't know, now is the time to get it right. It's not about what you did previously. What you do now can help mend any wrongs that may have happened. It's not too late. We are not going to judge you because we are not in position to judge. We know that we know that if she was with you at some point or in your presence, that she must have loved you as much as you love her. And if you love Mercedes the way we believe you do, this is the time to come forth. Come forth to local law enforcement officials, or reach out to myself or
That's true, Chrissy. I agree. That's true.
Pastor Lake. We will not judge you. We want to help you get the correct information out to law enforcement so we can all come together and bring Mercedes home. So again, to those two young ladies, we are urging you to come forth if you do know anything that the authorities don't.
Okay. So now I'm going to play for you guys the video that I made earlier today because I sat down for a while before this thing even popped up on this WFLA. I was working on it. So let me play this. So if you're new to the stream right now, don't worry. I'll break down the story for you guys. Let me just, I'm going to do something crazy. We're going to premiere this. I bet you a whole different audience shows up in the other video. But yeah, let me do this real quick. Okay. RCB Lake. I'm kind of curious to see. I never really did this before. We're going to see what happens with the supposed premiere. Supposed. All right, we'll give that a second. Oh no. Let me fix my volume too. You see how many people show up over there. So like, this is the two girls, right? This is what the mother posted on her Facebook. She's alleging these two girls. These are the two girls that Mercedes was last seen with. They won't give us any information on where Mercedes may be. If anyone knows them or have any information about them, please contact me. The other thing I thought was kind of weird was that the flyer that was posted on the mother's page, and this, I don't know if she made this or if somebody made this. I just thought it was weird that they would spell her name incorrectly. Why spell it incorrectly? Maybe it was just a grammatical error, which I talk about in the video that I made. Let me see here, Lakeland PD. This is the post from Lakeland PD, December 16. And when I looked at the mother's Facebook, the first post that I saw about this girl was December 16, but she's been missing since the 8th. That's what I was wondering, like, why was there such a gap? You know, is it because maybe they thought she was going to turn up? Supposedly they said she had never been missing this long. Look at there's people over there. Two streams running at once. All right. So I'm going to play this for you guys right now. this is the video from the front of the house, the front door. And you can see when she's walking out. This is December 8th, 5:40 a.m. What is up, iCkEdMeL? Welcome back and thank you for stopping by. We're going to be talking about Mercedes McLeod, a missing person that went missing in Lakeland, Florida. The video that you see is a video that her mother posted December 16, but she has been missing since December 8th. And that video, what you see is her leaving her home in the morning, supposedly going to school, but she never actually went to school. Penelope said the gap is because she has run away before. Police has to give it a week. I figured it might have something to do with her running away. And I think what this guy was talking about in the video we just watched, I think maybe they don't want people talking about that. Sometimes I notice families, they don't want people mentioning if the child has run away before because, you know, they feel people will take it less serious, which I guess I understand. It was also reported that she picked up her paycheck from her job that day, and there was reports that she may have been seen in Plant City, which is like right there by Lakeland, like right next to each other. And we're going to talk about the previous incidents that I found from 2019 because it's kind of interesting. Maybe gives a little bit of insight. She has run away before. There's a couple of things that are, I guess, would be that car was moving fast. And there was a little time, a jump cut because I think it's a Ring doorbell, one of those things. And so it only works by, I think, motion sense. Let's see if I can find this, play the video for you guys again. I downloaded it. Just show you real quick. Yeah, it works off a motion sense. So you can see like 5:29 in the morning. She was supposed to be going to school, but she never showed up to school. So earlier, like a car drove by. Now it's 5:40. It jumps a little bit. And she's walking out. The car that was speeding, I think it drove by as she was walking. I think she was still walking, I think. Or I don't know. You see the light here too. Kind of weird driving like that fast, right? I don't know. And then now they're saying, which is kind of new, that supposedly there's some sort of Snapchat video out there that she was in a car with these two girls and some other guy, you know. So red flags. What I want to do is start with the Lakeland PD post. Have you seen Mercedes McLeod? Detectives are attempting to locate a 17-year-old Mercedes McLeod. Mercedes was observed at approximately 5:40 a.m. on December 8th, leaving her home on Crawford Street. She did not attend school that day, but did pick up her paycheck at her job in Lakeland. She may possibly be in the Plant City/Tampa area. Mercedes is 5'3", weighs approximately 120 pounds, and had recently changed her hair to shorter style, red/orange in color. She was last seen wearing a gray sweater, gray sweatpants, and had red/orange hair. And if you have any information, email the detective or call the detective. There's also a 24-hour number listed there for tips. I'll put it in the box below if you want that information. So the mother, Diamond, she says a couple of things on her Facebook post. One, somebody told her that her daughter is in Plant City, which is pretty close to Lakeland, Florida. It's like right next to it, like I showed you. But they don't know where in Lakeland. And another allegation is that Mercedes was last seen with these two girls. I don't know what the relationship is between Mercedes and these two girls. I don't know if they're just friends or whatever. But supposedly, they're also not giving any information to police or talking about where she is or what's going on. The mother also stated that there's been no cell phone activity on Mercedes' phone, and it hasn't been located either. And she's been calling on the community, handing out flyers, going to different locations, asking for help. What I thought was weird, and maybe it just could be a grammatical error, is on the flyer, her name is spelled differently. It's spelled incorrectly. I don't know why it would be spelled differently on the flyer. It's probably important. Maybe somebody should fix that. I don't know if it was intentional or not. But police find missing Florida teen. This is from March 26, 2019. So this is about the previous runaway incident. I was thinking, like, I wonder if the name was purposely misspelled to avoid people pulling this information up. That's honestly what I thought about when I was making this video. And yes, this is live. I'm right here. I pre-recorded this video earlier today. I wasn't even going to drop it till tomorrow. And I was sitting on it. And then out of nowhere, this press release kind of came out. And I was like, you know what? Let me just come on right now. Do two stones, one bird. One bird, two stones. Or no, two stones. I don't know what the fuck. One bird, two stones, something like that. I don't know what's going on. The Haines City Police Department asks for the public's help in finding a missing 14-year-old Tuesday. Mercedes McLeod was last seen around 7 p.m. Monday, leaving her grandmother's house in the Randa Ridge subdivision. She was wearing black and white shorts with a gray jacket. Two birds. Mercedes has been located and is safe, police say. And in the original release, the grandmother told police McLeod wanted to go to a party in Lakeland on Monday night, but she was not allowed to go. Lakeland police checked the party, but she was not there. McLeod has run away 2 other times, the grandmother told police. The teen is not believed to be endangered and does not take any medication. A couple of things that I wanted to point out, because I did verify. I looked at a couple of things. So this is March 26, and then it was updated March 27, 2019. If you look at the mother's Facebook and you scroll back to 2019, you can see where it says, she is home. Thank you. Thank you for everyone for your prayers. My baby girl is home. Wanted to give you one final overview. So here's Lakeland. This is Plant City, where reportedly she might have been seen. And then this is from 2019, Haines City, where that time she ran away and she wasn't allowed to go party, but they went and go check the party and she wasn't at the party. So I'm not sure exactly what happened back then. But these are the 3 locations so you can get a visual. I'm hopeful that she will be found safe. I don't know how long she was gone the other times that she ran away. The thing is, sometimes when these kids run away, sometimes they run into bad people. Sometimes something unexpected happens. You know, kids, I guess, not knowing any better or just doing whatever they're doing. And I've seen other stories too, where sometimes they run into somebody bad and, you know, things could happen. But a lot of times too, they do come back home. So hopefully she's okay. I mean, the phone being turned off for sure is a red flag. I don't know if she's done that in the previous incidents of running away. Did she? And according to what we just saw now in the presser, they're saying that she's never like turned off her phone before. So I'm kind of surprised that they didn't ask the question. Maybe they were told beforehand, hey, you can't talk about that. That the media didn't ask, you know, what happened the other previous times. I mean, I understand from some point, okay, we just need to find the girl. Maybe they don't want people knowing about that, but it's out there. It's public information. I mean, it's in the news. And so naturally people are going to wonder, you know, but I feel like, and I'm hoping that maybe she'll be found okay, unless something happened. Because sometimes too, these kids are hanging out, you know, whatever's going on, things happen. Maybe somebody gets out of control and now people are trying to cover something up. You know what I'm saying? Because why aren't these girls saying anything? The 2 girls turn off her phone back then. Maybe it's just her being more mature now and being more knowledgeable about, let me just turn off this phone so I can't be tracked. We're going on almost 2 weeks now. I think today's December 19. So the 2 week marker would make it December 22nd, I believe. So we're going on 2 weeks. So I don't know if this is the longest she's run away. There was also kind of a delay with the public announcement. And I wonder if that's because maybe they thought she's just going to come back. Because the first post that I saw the mother making was, I think, December 16 or 17, about a week after or something. I don't know if she, she probably maybe contacted police before. Maybe she was posting on her personal thing and not publicly. But publicly, this is just recent that we're finding out about this. So maybe they thought she was just going to come back. And now there's like, real concern. What is going on, Anyway, comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. Thank you guys. So that was the video I recorded earlier today. Let's see. Yeah, having no idea that this was going to come out. Let me see. What's going on here? They still watching the video? I don't know what happened over there. Okay. Yeah, so the video's up live too. After the stream, if you guys want to go like that video, it's just 7 minutes long. Posted the information over there. So the 2019 incident, and there was more before that apparently. Let's see if I could pull it up so we can look at it again. In Haines City, which is like, these are all cities that are close to each other. Plant City, Lakeland, Haines, they're all like right next to each other. Boom. So at the time she was 14 and she was at her grandmother's house last seen around 7 p.m. She was located safe, and what happened back then is she went to a party. And she wasn't allowed to go to the party. But the Lakeland police checked the party and she wasn't there. So don't even know what really happened back then, and then it says she also ran away 2 other times. So this is not something that's like a rare occurrence as far as running away, but maybe her turning off her phone and maybe not being in contact this long. That's what I'm saying. Some of these kids, kids being kids, teenagers, sometimes they might run away or whatever, and they're having fun or whatever. And then you never know. They could, one time something bad happens. Maybe they encounter somebody bad. Maybe somebody lures them off, or maybe, something happens with their friends and then the friends do something. We don't know. I covered a story not too long ago, somewhat similar. Let me pull up her name. And the mother got pissed off at me. She didn't want me covering the story. It was a Florida story too. She left me a comment. She was like, "Don't talk about my daughter." But she was asking people, the public, to share and talk about it. But then when I covered it, she didn't like me covering it. What was that girl's name? Sophia or something? Sophia. Something with an S. Sophie. No, it's here. Aha. Sophia. But it's spelled with a Sofia. Yeah, I remember I covered this story. And Mama got upset when I did the live stream, which I did a totally respectful live stream. But Mama wasn't too happy with that. And what happened was this girl ran away, and the mother was creating a lot of kind of ruckus on Facebook. And what I mean by that is not just, I'm sure she was stressed out. I'm sure she was going through things, but she started like snapping on people. She at one point started going off on the biological father, and like trash talking the guy. And it was just so weird to me because it's like, okay. And her page was getting a bunch of likes and shares. At one point, to me, it seemed like she liked the attention. For the people that watched that story at the time, do you know what I'm talking about? There was something weird and off about this lady. Let me pull up the video. I'm not going to play the whole video, but let's see. This story right here. Maybe I'll leave the link in the description. So if you guys, it's unlisted, but if you guys want to see it sometime, let me pull it up right here. This thing was crazy. This whole situation got out of control. This whole situation, yo, And so the mother was snapping, and then at one point she was snapping on the dad. She snapped on me. She was snapping on anybody that covered the story, right? And then she was talking about the future, doing this and that for people, and she's gonna do this with her. Her daughter still wasn't even found. She's already talking about what she's gonna do in the future. And when I made my video, because I responded back to the mother, which I normally never do, because it's like I don't want to even go that route. I don't want to get into that because it's kind of messy and it's the mother of missing. But I had to call out some of the things. It didn't make any sense. When I finally responded, there were some people that reached out to me, mutual people. Somebody, okay. The father had a friend that I actually was a mutual subscriber and follower, and so that person reached out to me. She told me the whole story and the whole bit. And basically, what I can say about that, I spoke to people like in the family, was that she ran away willingly, like in. Not that the girl doesn't need to be found, but that girl, it's like she was under control on her phone. I think the mother had an app where it tracks everything you do, right? And maybe that's common, I don't know, but text messages, phone calls, like everything's tracked. She doesn't drive. I don't think she owns a car, doesn't have a driver's license. I don't think she's ever worked. And the girl was like 17. Mother was like in complete control. So at 17, I could maybe understand like, yo, I want to go out or whatever. This girl, she took all her like personal belongings. She went to this abandoned house. She met up with a friend and she ran away. And it was almost similar to this as far as then the mother and these people, the mother blew up the friend, an underage girl, blew up the girl, putting it on the girl, like really going hard. She kept editing her posts. And the friend was really just trying to protect her friend because her friend must have known that this girl wasn't happy at home, allegedly. And the girl was it was just too much. But the mother knew that the girl ran away, like, willingly. But the story she was putting out was like she was like taken against her will. And like she was manipulating the story to something else that it really wasn't. And when I spoke to other people in the family, they told me like, no, she's fine. Like, no, we know she's fine. And she's going to come back. And she did come back and she was fine. Not all situations are like that. But it was just kind of crazy because there was a GoFundMe and like all this insanity going on that people donate. I'm pretty sure there was a GoFundMe. It got crazy. It got crazy. And so sometimes with people in these stories, they get upset when you're talking about certain things that they don't want you to talk about. I don't know. But I do wish that this girl Mercedes, I hope that she's found safe. The phone thing is a red flag. Besides that, hopefully she's okay. I don't know. MCAT, where can I find this mother's videos? Are you talking about the old story I was just telling you about, or are you talking about the new story right now with Mercedes? With Mercedes, if that's what you're talking about, the mother's Facebook, let me pull it up. It's Diamond something. Now, I don't want to say too much about that previous story because like people reached out to me and they're like, yo, this is that. So I'm not even going to put all that out there like that. Just know that I know that they were going on and on and on. The mother pushing it hard. Oh, just take it there and snapping. Like really literally attacking people. But the entire time you knew that really wasn't what it was. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, Mercedes, I'm gonna tell you right now, if you want, and please don't go harassing any of these people or like hunting them down or messaging them and all this stuff. Oh, now I can't find the mother's page. Let me try this. Okay. So this is the mother's page. If you want to go, she's been doing like the updates. Like, oh, I didn't mean to do that. There we go. She's been sharing, making posts. You can go to her page, and if you want to look at the video for yourself, or if there's a YouTuber out there and you're wondering how can I get this video to make my own video, you can just go to her page, and it's right there. You just download the video or whatever you want to do. This post, 40,000 shares, went pretty viral. And yeah, December 16 was the first time that I seen her post about the recent incident. December 16, but before that, there's, it's just regular posts. So, and it's interesting, seeing the mother and grandmother, at the presser, because when I was making the video earlier today and I was reading about the 29 incident, they were talking about grandma. You know what I'm saying? So I had no idea this thing was going to come out today. I just, in my own instinctual, somebody recommended me the story and I just did it. And I was like, oh, wow. It goes hand in hand. Tweet us news. Did the mother disappear? The daughter? Hopefully police will get involved. No, I don't think they have. I don't think it's anything like that. But she has run away multiple times. I don't think they want people talking about that. Oh yeah, when she turns 18, yeah, she'll probably be out and gone. Probably not gonna be home anymore. There was this kid in Miami. I used to talk to Sylvia. Well, Sylvia sent me the story. Hold on, let me see. This happened in March. Bruh. This was kind of crazy. This was crazy. So, okay. Let me just show you this. Sophia made me think a little bit about this girl just because her friends, it was almost somewhat similar. Her friends or friend wasn't saying anything, but the mother was putting a lot of pressure on the friend. And a lot of the crazy thing that happened with that story with Sophia is that, the mother put the information out there, right, on Facebook. From what I heard, that underage girl was getting like death threats. Like the girl was scared. That's what I hear. The parents were concerned. The girl was scared. Now, on the face value, when you're looking at it, and for a lot of people watching it, when you're first seeing it, for the surface, you're like, yeah, who cares, right? Like your daughter's missing, your child's missing. We need to find out. But under the surface, with the whole problems at home with the other girl, Sophia, and the controlling factor, I guess kids are gonna lash out when you're completely controlling a child where they cannot do nothing, they can't even text, they can't even talk. And I'm not saying I'm against it. I don't know. I don't have a teenage kid. God knows with all the craziness that's going on. But when you're controlling somebody till they can't do nothing at all, no privacy, nothing, they're probably gonna lash out and want to go out and do something or be, whatever, friends with their previous story. But it made me think a little bit about that with this girl, even though I don't know at all what's going on. It just made me flash back to the scenario with the mother and the daughter and the friends. And it's also a Florida story. And this situation is obviously kind of spinning now, out of control because the girl's still not found. But there was this story as well, a Miami story. Okay. There was this kid, and I don't even remember the story. Maybe I should pull up an article to give you a little bit of a synopsis, if possible. Click Orlando. And this dude looks crazy. So tell me this dude, let me show you this picture. Tell me this motherfucker don't look crazy, huh? You know what I'm saying? Tell me this weirdo don't look crazy as well. This guy's name is Alex Sebastian, whatever. So the situation with this one, and I'm gonna play the video clip. I think what happened was this kid snuck out at night. Snuck out at night. He was supposed to want to go see a friend or something like that against his parents' wishes, and he happened to run into this psychopath. I think he snuck out, went to his friend's house, and I think on his way back, I think it was, this guy pulls up, like forces him into the car, pulls out a gun. I think he assaulted him. The kid narrowly got away, but he was like, I think shot in the head or something. But I think he survived. Play the video.
Alert. An intense search is underway right now for the man who sexually assaulted and shot a little boy. Surveillance.
So this is the boy right here. He was shot because he was fighting back, and he runs out. He gets shot, and he ran for help.
Video showing that child collapsing moments after that attack, and the victim only 12 years old.
And the person responsible for this despicable crime is still on the loose. Local 10 Trent
He's caught now, but
Kelly is live at Jackson Memorial Hospital, where the boy is recovering at this hour. Trent.
Well, Alexis, we know the victim in all of this was last listed in critical condition here
I'm
at
Detective
Jackson
Alberto.
Memorial Hospital. Despite surviving that vicious attack early Saturday, he still had to flag down a good Samaritan in the area just to get some help. Now the search continues this afternoon for any sign of the man who attacked that boy. A 12-year-old boy assaulted and shot before collapsing over the weekend, continuing to recover in the hospital. His life likely saved by a good Samaritan.
He was conscious. He fell on the sidewalk, and he said he had been shot. That was all I know.
This man, who only goes by Johnny, says he found the young boy wandering alone and crying early Saturday, blocks away from the Foodland Market on Northwest 37th Avenue and 47th Street.
He was screaming, help, somebody help me, please, please, please. So I bring him to the store where they could call the police for him, you know.
According to investigators, the child was initially walking in the area when he was abducted by a man who forced him in.
I'm gonna say, who was the guy talking to? Who was the guy talking to the boy in the video? Those are just random civilians. The guy escaped from the car after being shot. They blurred out the face, I think, to protect his identity, but also I believe he was like shot somewhere. And so he was desperate, and he ran up to these people. I think it was a gas station or something, trying to get help.
Into a black four-door sedan. At some point, the victim says he was sexually assaulted right before the stranger pulled out a gun and shot him. The boy eventually forced out of the car and was later found stumbling around for help. This surveillance video from the food market shows witnesses coming to the boy's aid and offering him water. Within minutes, both police and paramedics arrive, with one officer helping the child onto a gurney before taking him to the hospital. The sickening crime, leaving neighbors in shock.
Sick, you know, so whoever did it, they just need to just turn themselves in, you know, because that's not right. That's not right. He's a child.
Yeah, and the whole premise to that kind of, you know, of course, this guy Sebastian. There was a whole thing behind it. I'd have to ask Silvio. I don't even know if he remembers. Should I call Silvio? Call Silvio real quick. See, Silvio's out there. I don't know if he'll answer. I think that guy too. I forgot the whole immigration thing too behind that. It was some weird stuff because they were. Let me call him. Let me see if he answers. He was telling me something about this guy was doing weird stuff in his country too, and that he ran from over there to over here to do the same thing.
Hello?
Yo, you're on live. You're not working, are you?
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me? Hold on 1 second. Oh, microphone. I got the wrong mic.
Hello?
Yo.
Yo.
My bad, dude. Yo, you're on live. Are you working?
Huh?
Are you working right now?
Yeah, I'm working.
Oh, my bad. Yo, I wanted to ask you, you're on live. You remember that guy, Sebastian? Can you talk for a second or you got to go?
I can talk for a little bit.
Yeah, just what, real quick. This guy, Alex Sebastian. Remember that guy that raped that boy in Miami?
Oh, yeah.
What was his deal? Where did he come from? Remember you said he came from like Cuba or something like that? Or
Yeah, he I think he raped somebody over there. Like,
and then he ran and came over here or something, right?
Yeah, he raped, I think, his baby mama's first daughter or some shit like that. And then he came over here after they gave him the visa. And he was like a handyman.
Right.
I showed you a couple of pictures that he used to work as a handyman.
Yeah, you showed me his Facebook too.
A locksmith.
Locksmith.
Handyman / locksmith.
Wow.
Are you doing a story to him right now?
No, I was just bringing him up because there's this there's this missing girl from not Miami, but up North Florida. But I was just talking about different stories about these kids running away. Because that kid, I don't know if you remember the whole story. Like he snuck out of his house, right, or something. He went to a friend's house.
Yeah, he snuck out of his house.
Yeah.
And I think he was like 12 years old or some shit like that.
Yeah. All right, man. Yeah, no, I was just hitting you up real quick for that, man. But I appreciate you, bro. We'll talk, man.
All right, bye-bye.
All right, hit me up, man. Peace.
All right, peace.
All right. I didn't know he went back to work because he was actually sick, so I didn't know he went back today. Yeah, just a weirdo story. So I say that, and I bring up these kind of other stories to say that, first of all, when you're covering stories and missing people, I think you have to kind of take it case by case, because you just, you just have no idea, right? Like this girl, Sophia, she was fine. She really just wanted to get away from home, and she came back. But like this boy, a 12-year-old boy running away, kids not listening to their parents, he put himself in a really dangerous situation. It was like early morning hours. This kid ran, snuck out and went to go be with his friends and came back. And that's when he ran into the psychopath. And so, yeah. And especially nowadays, it's very dangerous. And there's a lot of these people now on the internet, these people, sitting on social media. But with this girl, particularly with Mercedes, according to the presser, these are her friends, like, or the girl is her friends, or she knew the girl or something. So this is not like complete strangers that she went out with, Okay, Sylvia was sending me pictures of the weirdo. Oh, damn, bro. We had this saved in a hotspot, like a folder area. He pulled that thing out quick. Thank you, man. Okay, let's see. Let me see if I can pull it up for you guys. That's one of those stories I meant to cover. I just never got to cover it. This Miami dude. But I was hearing those things. Supposedly this guy did that same thing in his country, and he fled and came over here to do the same crap. But look, can I show this stuff? I don't want to show all my messages. Let's see. All right, I'll just save it. I'll show you guys. I guess so. This guy supposedly worked as a locksmith. I don't want to. Oh, so this guy was around kids too. I don't know. This guy, or the job was around kids. He had access to children. Looks like. Oh yeah, this was his Instagram. I think he had some weird videos on Facebook as well. But this guy, looking at his social media, you would never even be able to tell kind of that he's like this weirdo guy. And he's in Miami too. Miami. Hometown Cuba. Supposedly this guy left him over there after doing some weirdo, horrible stuff with some kids. There was this other story too, real quick, and then I think we'll call it after that. There's a new story in Houston. Here it is. Another one, man. Just a lot of nutty, crazy. people out there. So this guy supposedly arrested after killing his ex-wife and dismembering her, and supposedly this guy, no, not her, she caught him touching the child. Okay. Keisha Preston, 41, was last seen the day before Thanksgiving. She allegedly caught this weirdo touching a child. And so I guess this guy freaked out.
Another case of domestic violence, and this one is particularly gruesome. A man is accused of killing his ex-wife after she allegedly caught him in the act of sexually abusing a child. Grace White is hearing from the wife's family tonight, and Grace, we understand she is still missing.
Keisha Preston was last seen the day before Thanksgiving. Police now have surveillance footage from this motel showing her walk into a room with her ex-husband and never coming out.
Just remember that she was a loving woman.
It's hard for Cheryl Blakes to make sense of what happened to her daughter.
That's unbelievable. You know, I birthed that girl for 9 months.
Her daughter, 41-year-old Keisha Preston, is still missing. But Houston police have arrested and charged her ex-husband, Sean Preston, with murder. The couple shares 3 kids, and according to court records, Preston had a history of domestic violence.
Until it hit you, nobody knows.
It's not worth it, man, being with these people, I'm telling you. And then it just complicates it when you got kids and all this kind of stuff. And this is just happening every day, all the time.
Nobody. I'm just angry.
According to a search warrant, police believe Preston drove Keisha to the Motel King off 59 and Laura Copy in North Houston on November 24th, where he's accused of killing her and dismembering her body. Investigators say he's seen on surveillance video leaving, making several trips to his car with bags, including a large duffel bag or suitcase on wheels. A witness told police Preston called them asking for acid and a throwdown vehicle. But court records show the couple's story gets even more complicated. Documents show Keisha was the sole witness in a sexual assault of a child case where her ex-husband was the suspect. In fact, records show he was interviewed about that case just 9 days before Keisha disappeared.
For a man think he living in lavish life money to take her life, God is in control. He's going to have to answer to him.
While he sits behind bars, this mom prays her daughter's body will be found. A daughter she wants the chance to give a proper funeral to and say goodbye. Grace White, KHOU 11 News.
Evening, I'm Cheryl Mercedes. A Pasadena.
Yeah, man. Really think about, the people you're with, laying with, or in relationship, kids with. I mean, at a certain point, I guess, you're already in it, but to get out too is you gotta have a whole strategy. I mean, you can't tell the person because these people are losing their mind. Oh, this is the she did the interview, Grace White. Wow. There was another dude too. Somebody sent me this dude. I just can't even. Old Town murder suspect facing cannibalism charge. Some dude. Old Town man is charged with cannibalism in addition to first-degree murder. Charged James David Russell of cannibalism in relation to the September 19 murder of David. I was reading this article before I started the stream. I mean, not to make fun of the person or anything, but I was like, I'm not even going to try to say that on the stream because I feel like it comes out as something else. And I don't need no more problems with YouTube. YouTube's already problematic. So, David, I dare you to try to pronounce that, and it sounds like something else. Susan, thank you so much for the super chat. Appreciate that. Gracias. I'm sure they'll probably demonetize this video after all this stuff I showed now. So it says pieces of Pieces of David's body were found upon searching Russell's residence the day after the murder, including a thermal artifact. A thermal artifact is an observational finding showing that heat has been applied to only a portion of the remains as opposed to the entire body. all the suspected remains were sent to Spokane Medical Examiner's office. Dr. Vina completed an autopsy September 13, finding that the tissues discovered in Russell's residence belonged to that person. A bloodied microwave and a glass bowl were among the things seized in the search, along with the bloodied knife and duffel bag. When dealing with death and carnage, it's a shock to our conscience, owner Detective Philip Stella said Thursday. As far as I know, this is the first cannibalism charge in Idaho. So on September 10th, sheriff's deputies were notified of a possible murder on Lower Mosquito Creek Road. Upon arrival, they found upside down in the passenger seat of his truck, unresponsive. Russell ran away from law enforcement, barricading himself in the loft space of the garage building he resided on the property. After a brief standoff, Russell was compliant with law enforcement commands and allowed himself to be apprehended. So, oh yeah, this is the thing I wanted to show you too. According to the supplemental probable cause affidavit, Russell believed that he could heal himself by cutting off portions of flesh in order to cure his brain. When I read that and when I heard about that, the thing that came to my mind is like, hasn't that kind of been a thing throughout history where these people consume, or maybe it still is, the body part of said animal or whatever in order to heal? Eating parts. I thought like they would eat a heart of an animal or something, and supposedly they believed they would heal your heart or something like that. Or like eating the balls of a cow, and then now it's going to help out your, you know, your sexual, or eating the balls is like an aphrodisiac or something like that, right? Am I crazy, or is that a thing? Anyway, Russell was not screened for substances after being apprehended. There is evidence that a cleanup kit was used to dispose of the remains or other evidence after the murder, according to Stella. His wrists were found duct taped together, according to a probable cause affidavit. Since no traces of blood were discovered underneath the tape, it's believed that he may have been restrained before he was murdered. There's a lot of facets we will certainly never know, Stella said. It wasn't the bloodiest crime scene, but it's more of the psychological. What the heck is going on here? And why am I picking up pieces? It's a walk down a dark path we don't see very often. So court proceedings were paused in late October after the first district magistrate Judge Tara found Russell unfit to stand trial for the first-degree murder and ordered him to the Idaho Security Medical Program. The results of the mental health evaluation on October 5th remain under seal by court order. Russell is scheduled to appear for a review hearing December 28th. So who knows? Maybe we'll check that out. If I remember, if I even think about it, but if it's even public. But yeah. Crazy, man. Crazy. They do it, right? They do that. I'm pretty sure they do it. Cow. There's even soup, I think. Or maybe I should say testicles, right? Isn't that the more proper terminology? Testicle. Cow testicle food. Yeah. This delicacy is most often served as an appetizer. Oh. Aphrodisiac. Let's see if they say anything. Well, they're saying oysters here. Oysters, mountain oysters, or meat balls. Bull testicles. Yeah. I don't know, man. Whatever they're doing these days. Testy soup. Hey, what's up, Lindsay? How you doing? Momo. So yeah, I guess that's it, man. Again, just to reiterate with the whole Mercedes thing, not sending any negativity towards their way, not being judgmental about talking to previous runaways. Maybe the police could look into that for clues, the previous runaways. Hopefully she's found safe. A lot of the times these kids run away and they're found safe, but the phone being turned off, for sure, it's concerning. And those friends not talking, I wonder why.
Another case of domestic violence, and
No.
this one is
No, I've had enough. Please, no more than Jesus. But yeah, yo, thank you guys so much for coming through. Love you. I hope you have a good, safe Sunday. Tomorrow's back to work, I guess, Monday. And we'll see what pops up this week. If you have time later on, just go and slap like on the video that I premiered, the 7-minute video. I'd appreciate that. Help that video out. Mel, how come you're the only one talking about it? Couldn't find. So why am I the only one talking about it? Well, to be fair, nobody was talking about it. Not even the news until 4 hours ago when Lakeland, not Lakeland, but when WFLA covered it. There is not one news article besides the one from 2019 that I can see talking about Mercedes. And I don't think this is anything to put on the media or the people or anything. The mother just put this out publicly December 16th. And what she did, the post was very effective. I think it went viral on Facebook. I wonder too, maybe people aren't talking about it as much as far as the news or whatever. Maybe because she's run away so many times. Maybe, I don't know if that has a factor in it. But maybe since WFLA is covering it, maybe if I'm covering it, maybe she'll turn up. I mean, we're almost at the 2-week mark, like I said earlier. Yeah, there's really nobody has talked about it. There's a lot of stories, yeah. It's showing that the police found Mercedes. Scroll down. That's from 2019. I'll look at it again, but this is from 2019. So I spoke about this earlier. This was the previous time she ran away. 2019. Right now, she's still missing. So, and the police just posted it too, December 16, I think, as well. Or when did they post it? Lakeland posted it. Yeah, December 16. So I don't know when she was reported missing. Maybe she was just reported missing recently. I don't know. Or maybe they reported it missing, but, they thought she'd turn up and she hasn't. So now they're really super concerned, So, but all right, man. Thank you guys so much. Have a good night. Appreciate it. Hit like on the way out. Okay. Take care. Be safe. Peace. Peace. Adios. Gotta get her like 10 seconds now because of the delay. And thank you for the new members. Really appreciate it. That helps out with YouTube because of the demonetization thing.